gentlemen, to JWF Monday. They are still booing. Wow, this is tremendous. I am Silver Spoon, joined as always by the reason for the season, as it were, Captain Tibbs.
They followed me home after last week's Sills. They haven't stopped. They just haven't stopped booing. So.
Well, you did make a, what we in the commentary business call a big whoopsie last week when you announced that apparently you had purchased our developmental system, JXT, and have decided to run it on your own, to produce JXT 2.0, and ever since, I guess the JWF universe has let you know exactly how they feel about it.
Well, you know what, Sills? I'm hoping to start out tonight's episode by clearing the air a little bit and addressing the concerns of our wonderful fans. And I really think that I'm going to help settle things right here, right now.
Well, you know what, Tibbs? You know what? Last week, I think it might have just been a misunderstanding. Maybe, you know what? You are Captain Tibbs. You are the forefather of the JWF. Of course, you have got to have some great ideas for what this new and improved JXT could be. So you know what, Tibbs? Here's a damn microphone. Head to the ring. Tell us what's coming up.
All right. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop booing. Please just can we all just calm down a bit? Damn. I know people didn't exactly react kindly to my announcement of JXT 2.0 last week, but hey, let's just think about things here, huh? It's a modern age. We have to adopt and adapt. We need to show that we can be more hip and young and roll with the cool kids, you know? We gotta throw in some of those old Saved by the Bell kids with the frosted tips. We gotta bring in the Maymays and the Pepe Frog and all the racist love, right? You get me, right? Look, I love all those BS boys. I love them, I really do. But you gotta understand me when I tell you they were running that company into the ground. They weren't taking it seriously. I mean, they were giving guys names like Shitty Terry, and they were giving them shots at the main roster. I mean, those idiots wouldn't know good wrestling if came up and bit him in the ass. There, I said it, god damn it. Which is why, January 2022, we are going to see the birth of a new age in wrestling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the music of not JXT 2.0, but JXT Original. And look at walking out on the stage, the forefathers of JXT themselves, Blake Tanner and Scotty Moore. And it looks like the BS are not appreciating what Captain Tibbs has to say.
Chuck Gibbons, Robert Hill, Val Curry, Ayana,
no, hold on.
Jebeduk.
I'm sorry, what the fuck are you trying to do here?
We are naming your main eventers. All of them, JXT born and JXT raised. Every single pay-per-view this year was main evented by at least one of our homegrown talent, Tibbs. And yet you want to look us in the eye and tell us that we don't know good professional wrestling? You gave us a blank canvas and we filled it to the brim with interesting characters, with diverse outlooks and unique storylines. And you are just gonna sit here and turn a blind eye to all of it, to everything we did. We built megastars out of dragons and drug addicts. We turned your trash into our treasure. We are everything that makes this company work, and we have always deserved more. You act like you're superior to JXT when your own son got beaten into the ground by one of our guys in less than a minute, need I remind you?
So what exactly the hell are you asking? What the hell exactly are you wanting?
Respect, Tibbs. We are no longer your developmental system. We want to become the JWF's main show. Ignition exists for stories and fairy tales, while we exist for professional fucking wrestling, if you haven't noticed. But hey, I know, you're the great Captain Tibbs. You don't kowtow to any random requests from your underlings. So I'll make you an offer. I know I can't hit you in the pocketbook, but I know something that I can hit. Your pride, your ego. In 3 weeks, JWF's going to have its annual Crossing the Line pay-per-view where JXT champions go toe-to-toe with JWF's finest. And we're going to see which brand is superior once and for all. And you know what? How about we up the stakes, huh? If JXT wins, we become the #1 show. And both rosters, they get blended together.
And if I win,
Then we're gone.
I beg your fucking pardon.
Look, Tibbs, at the end of the day, the only reason you ever liked Blake or me was because we brought you in money. And slowly, over the months, you're realizing a truth that you're terrified to face. You're realizing that a couple of years ago, you gave us the exact same thing you started with. An empty arena, a ring, some audition forms, and we built an empire in the amount of time that it took you to get off your ass and actually head to the venue. And you know what? I think the thing that scares you the most is that you're right. We're not taking this seriously. And yet somehow, despite that, our stars outperform yours every single week. Tibbs, just imagine what would happen if we took this seriously. You see, Tibbs, the thing that you don't want to admit, no matter how many times it claws and scratches at the back of your psyche, is that we are your greatest nightmare because we are your replacement. And the world, this crowd, this universe is just waiting for you to kick the bucket so we can step in. But if you happen to lead Team JWF to victory at Crossing the Line, we're out. No more wrestling, no more booking. You will be truly free of the BS in JWF wrestling.
You know, boys, that takes some real fucking balls. I admire that you actually have the guts to come out here, look me in my goddamn eyes, and tell me what you want. And that's why old Tibbs will proudly accept your stipulation. And let me tell you, he can't wait for this coming war. Just remember, boys, you aren't the only ones to make a deal with the devil this week.
What in the hell is Captain Tibbs talking about? Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen at home, Demon Inc., the JWF Tag Team Champions, the team of Alistair Bateman and Sammy said they are assaulting the BS. This is absolutely... Tibbs, what the hell is going on here?
I don't know, Sills. I just signed a contract. Whatever Demon Inc. decides to do, well, they do what they want.
Oh God, now look at this. Blake Tanner being picked up by Sami Zayn, who just levels him with a demon driver. Meanwhile, looks like the rest of the damn Whitney family's coming out here. Big Cyrus Crane taking Scotty Moore up and just feeding him to Ghazi, who drops him with that vicious maneuver straight down onto that metal. Tibbs, this is preposterous.
No, Sills. This is war. This is exactly what those boys wanted, and I'm giving it to them.
Oh, great. Now, damn, Lawrence Whitney is walking over and getting a microphone. Well, let's hear what the leader of the Whitney family has to say.
Oh, thank you, everyone. And most importantly, thank you, Captain Tibbs, for entrusting me with one of the greatest honors you could bestow upon a manager of my caliber. And that's the honor of leading Team JWF to victory at this year's Crossing the Line pay-per-view. You see, Crossing the Line is actually a pay-per-view that really means a lot to me. Because you see, it's a pay-per-view where I finally got to see the type of person that Scotty Moore, Blake Tanner, well, the entire JXT roster are. Because, you see, last year I got to work on the side of Team JXT. I got to work underneath Scotty Moore as the manager of none other than Legion. And what happened next? Scotty sent me a death sentence in the form of a 3-man hit squad. He took my clients away from me and mercilessly left me to the wolves. And now, a year later, Scotty, it puts a big smile on my face to see you falling prey to the very same merciless wolves. You see, you people in this audience, you want to boo me for what's happening right now, right? You really want to boo me for assaulting your precious little BS boys, but the fact of the matter is this: you people are the ones that bought the ticket to see this show. You people are the ones that lined the pockets of Captain Tibbs with cash, which means that you're the reason that he could afford my services. You see, whether you want to admit it or not, you people have voted with your almighty dollar, and that means that you are the reason that come crossing the line, you will never see the BS again. Because Tibbs may say he made a deal with the devil, don't know who he's talking about there, but I know who the real demons of the JWF are. And at crossing the line, we're gonna put an end to both of them.
Tibbs, okay, look, this is getting ridiculous. These boys are only 2 Triple Crown champions. These men have main evented WrestlePaloozas. These men have done so much for this company, and now you're just gonna send Lawrence Whitney after them and send them out of the company. This is ridiculous.
Well, Silves, you may be right. They may have all the accolades in this company that one might be able to get, but that also means they're getting a little too big for their britches. Now, I have no love in my heart for the Whitney family, but as they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I had to pay them a lot of money to be my friends.
Oh, great. And, of course, now adding on to this whole Tibbs ego fest, Chuck Tibbs is coming to the ring now. Tibbs, I mean, your son, we barely seen him since WrestlePalooza earlier this year, where he, of course, as we referenced earlier, lost to Robert Hill, the former champion, in less than 20 seconds. What the hell is the kid doing out here now?
Hey, I don't know, Sills. Your guess is as good as mine. I haven't talked to the kid in weeks at this point. Chuck, he's doing his own thing. Tibbs is a little too busy right now.
Well, that is true. Of course, last week, Chuck Tibbs saying he did not return for you, didn't return to the JWF. He returned to rejuvenate his career, and that's what he's allegedly trying to do in the ring right now. So why don't we hear what the former JWF champion has to say?
You know, old Chuck Tibbs has made a lot of mistakes in his career. I've chosen the wrong mentors and made the wrong alliances. Hell, I even had the wrong name for a few years there, if you remember. But all of those mistakes I ever made, I mean, the biggest one was getting sucked into the myth of the man that they call Robert Hill. Because leading up to WrestlePalooza this year, just about every single person was looking at me and saying, "What are you gonna do? What's your battle plan, huh? What the hell's going on, Chuck? How are you gonna topple the beast?" You know something? I really gotta say, every single one of you people ask me those questions, genuinely. Fuck you. Fuck you for not believing in me. Fuck you for just disrespecting the legacy of my name. And most importantly, fuck you for making me believe that I couldn't defeat Robert Hill. Because as it turns out, I can. Hell, I beat him in a steel cage match last December. Look it up, Marks. And it's thanks to all of those prodding questions and all of those non-believers that I came into my match at WrestlePalooza unprepared. And it's because of all of you that I lost the JWF Championship. It's all your fault that this company was embarrassed. And it's all your fault that I fell prey to the gaslighter in 1, 2, 3. If it weren't for you, the JWF Championship would still be around my waist, and that's something I can never forgive you for. But for now, my only option is moving forward. And the only way to move forward, folks, is to fix your mistakes. So that's why I'm throwing down the gauntlet right here, right now. Robert Hill, Get in this ring and face me, you coward.
Tibbs, I want to apologize because when you said you were starting JXT 2.0, I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard in a wrestling. But now Chuck has really usurped that honor very quickly.
It's almost like he's trying to outdo me at this point. I thought the JXT thing was a good idea. This is just horrible.
I don't know. And oh my God, what's he doing now? He's dragging Shibata, our referee, into the ring. Tibbs, Robert Hill is in the hospital after that championship match back at Summerfest. He's been laid up with a shoulder injury. He is not cleared to compete.
Not at all, but he is dragging Shibata.
Oh my God, this is violent.
Come on. Ring the damn bell. Ring it, you motherfucker.
Okay, all right, Tibbs, your boy has gone off the rails a little bit. I don't know if we have some security or what that can come get him, but, well, that bell goes ding, but Tibbs, no one's in the ring.
I don't know what he expects to do with this. Robert Hill is not coming down here. This is not a gotcha moment. He's not here.
That's right. Now, what the hell? Chuck is now demanding that Shibata count out Robert Hill. This is ridiculous. Yeah. This man is insane, but oh my God. What the hell? I guess Chuck was upset with the way Shibata was counting. He just grabbed him by the neck and hit a damn gaslighter of his own. He just hit Robert Hill's own move on a damn referee.
Oh boy, this is not good. Now he's got a microphone. It looks like he's gonna do it himself.
All right, if you're not gonna do it, I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ring the damn bell! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, officially making him 2-1 against Robert Hill, Chuck Tibbs. Yeah, go me! Take that, Shibata.
Kick to the ribs of Shibata on the way out. Tibbs, your boy has officially gone off the deep end. He's just assaulted a referee. Surely there has to be some sort of resulting consequence of this.
I guess probably I'll do something. Can I still ground a 29-year-old man?
Tibbs, he's assaulting people. This is when fines come into play. This is when firings get threatened. You can't just ground him and take away his switch and put it on top of the fridge.
Yeah, but it worked really well last time. You know what? Good idea. No more Animal Crossing.
All right, Tibbs. Well, now moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, since earlier tonight, Captain Tibbs threw down the gauntlet. JWF versus JXT. We have actually sent one of our top interviewers backstage to talk with some JWF superstars to see where they fall. Are they Team JWF or are they JXT for life? And it looks like the first team we have found is Bananas in Pajamas, which, Tibbs, I will say Bananas in Pajamas, they do have some history at crossing the line. Last year, they were practically your mercenaries that you sent down to JXT.
I use that term very lightly, Sills. I think of it more as just chaotic little imps.
All right, well, why don't we go backstage and hear what those chaotic little imps have to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Honey Potwick, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Back here with the men who... I'm not even sure why they're here anymore, honestly. I really just don't get it at this point. Former JWF Tag Team Champions, Bananas in Pajamas. Now, boys, in this coming battle between JXT and JWF, where do Bananas in Pajamas fall?
All right, look, okay, listen up, honey man. We both know what you're thinking. You're thinking Bananas in Pajamas. The bad boys of the JWF are obviously gonna side on the side of Captain Tibbs. You're thinking that we don't remember our time in JXT, but let me tell you the truth. We remember the type of men we were in developmental. We were young, hot, hungry, too dominant competitors who fought with everything they had. Hell, last year, before crossing the line, we went back to JXT. And it reminded us of exactly what kind of good men we were. Noble men who were willing to fight through anything.
And hey, I gotta tell you, honey boy, those guys suck!
They were the worst.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing about these JXT guys. They're all worried about stuff like hard work and dedication and professionalism.
It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. That's
Boom,
the rock
boom,
thing.
boom, boom. Yeah.
It's the rock song from that rap that he did.
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, they all worried about all those things, but hey, what they ain't worried about is making money, dollar, making that paper. Dash! They just nothing but a bunch of sticks in the mud. They don't enjoy quality sports entertainment that men like Bananas and Pajamas bring to the table, the beer pong table. You know what I mean, buddy?
Bullshit doubles.
And that's the sad thing, honeypot. Really
It's real sad. It's so sad.
Trouble is terrifying. Horrible. These little nerds are to break their spines, leaping over the top rope, break their ankles with these submission maneuvers, and end up in the hospital when they're 50. They can't walk anymore. They hunched over like Mick Foley going, oh, I can't move. I'm Santa Claus.
Hold on. No, breaking character real quick. Don't disrespect Mick Foley. Fuck you. Anyways.
Meanwhile, Bananas and Pajamas, we're gonna be on top at 50. I don't care who's gonna come up against us. 50, 60, 69.
Nice!
A whole damn life! So as far as crossing the line is concerned, we've been crossing lines our entire career, and hey, we ain't stopping now, buddy boy. JXT, why don't you get ready for hell?
Yeah. Oh, wait. You should have said Kane instead of Mick Foley. Kane would have been a better one.
Oh, yeah, because, no, he protected his knees too well, you know?
He did protect his knee every single time he got hit with a pedigree. I swear to God, he went on all fours. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Horrified. He looked like a dog.
He was a big old dog.
A big red dog.
We should start a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, I love it. See you, honey boy.
All right, Tibbs. I know you've been talking to the iTunes and the Spotifys about exclusive JWF podcasts. I do want to let you know, if you give Bananas and Pajamas a podcast, I will leave the table. I will not come back to work.
So the day that I give Bananas and Pajamas a podcast is the day I walk away from professional wrestling for the rest of my life, because I know that I've just fucked it up completely, irreparably.
That is right, but speaking of someone who fucked something up irreparably, why don't we talk about our new JWF World Heavyweight Champion, the Dylan, the man who took the undefeated, unpinned, unsubmitted Robert Hill to his limit at Summerfest and managed to get him to tap out to that vicious Anaconda Vice maneuver. But now Tibbs, with crossing the line on the horizon, he has another man in his sights, another nearly undefeated streak in the form of the JXT Champion, Mark Plays.
And let me tell you something, Sills. Mark Plays, he's nothing to sneeze at. This guy, he's powerhouse.
That is right, an absolutely dominant man. Hell, let's not forget, a couple of weeks before Summerfest, he actually managed to lay out Robert Hill in the middle of the ring. It shot the entire world. So, for right now, our champion, the technical spectacle himself, is in the ring. So why don't we hear what the champ has to say?
You know, you'd think being the JWF champion, I would have a better idea about what's going on around here. I'd have a good run of the place, but goddamn if this shit isn't getting out of hand already. First off, you have the JXT coming up with the BS, leading them by the nose. Got Tibbs making a deal with Demon Inc. to take people out. Shit, man, I've only been doing this a couple of weeks. How am I supposed to be the face of a company in a civil war? Well, I think I'll find my way, don't you? Now, speaking of JXT, I would like to call out Mr. Mark Plays. Marky Mark, if you wouldn't come down here and stand face to face with me, because, you know, when you talk about the JWF's best, well, the conversation begins and ends with just one man.
Hell, Tibbs, Dylan being a man of few words, getting right to it, calling himself out, calling Mark Plays to the ring. What do you think? Dylan just wants to get a look at this guy before he faces off against him?
Maybe, Sills, this could be a classic Dylan maneuver, maybe wanting to get a little bit, see a little bit of what he's up against so he can make a strategy.
Oh, and listen to that. That is, in fact, the music of the JXT Champion himself, Mark Plays. But look, he is not coming out alone. He is flanked on both sides by Blake Tanner and Scotty Moore. You got to think those JXT boys are going to want to protect their asset, because if anybody knows in JWF how dangerous the Dylan could be, it's certainly the BX.
Absolutely, Sills. Those three have fought together more times than I can count.
That's right. It looks like Blake Tanner has that mic, so why don't we hear what the B has to say in response to the champ?
Look, Dylan, hey, I understand
No, little man. Give the microphone to Daddy Mark,
What?
because it's time for me to let this punk know that he might think the games are up, but Marky Mark has come to the JWF to play. And at crossing the line after I defeat that chump Mega Ran inside of a solid steel cage, I'm coming for you, Dylan, because you like to brag about your little undefeated streak. Well, I happen to find myself just as successful in this ring, but I never brag about it. You see, it doesn't matter that I won the first ever J1 tournament. It doesn't matter that I am the most dominant champion in JXT history. And it doesn't matter that my list of accolades in just 1 year easily dwarfs yours. You see, I don't need to brag about these things because people already know who the hell I am. And every single thing I've done. But if the JWF Champion would like a more formal introduction, I'd be more than willing to give you one.
Whoa, Tibbs, look at this. Mark Plays rushing the ring, getting in the face of the Dylan. These two men staring off. The tension is palpable.
Absolutely, Sills. It feels like this entire ring could explode. We don't want these two going at it just yet.
That is right. Look at this. The BS boys getting in the ring, attempting to separate these two from each other. But wait a minute. Mark Plays just laying out Blake Tanner in the center of the ring. Oh, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, Sills, but I'm really starting to like this guy.
Oh, and then a big cheap shot to the face of the champion. And now, oh, look at this. Scotty Moore, double leg takedown, attempting to take the JXT champion out before he can cause any more carnage. And let me tell you something, Scotty Moore has got to hold on with everything he has.
Absolutely, Sills. Mark Plays is he's a whole lot of meat.
That is right, but Scotty finally managing to drag him out of the ring, but oh my God, eats a vicious spine buster for his troubles. And let's not forget, Scotty's already damaged goods from earlier in the night. Last week he said he wanted to step away from wrestling, but it looks like wrestling ain't gonna let that stranglehold go on him, because Mark Plays is just assaulting him.
No, Sills, as it turns out, you can't get out of the game. It'll always drag you back in.
That is right, but now what is he thinking? Now picking up Scotty Moore, and oh my God! That vicious maneuver, the kill steal, formerly known as the up, down, that big slam down through the announce table. And Tibbs, Scotty Moore is out cold in front of us. The man's back has got to be broken. That was vicious.
Yeah, that's a terrible, terrible shame right there. Terrible, terrible shame.
Oh, hold on. He's right over here. He's right over. We got medical professionals coming in to check in on Scotty Moore after that vicious assault. Tibbs, he might not even make it to crossing the line. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible thing. Hey, can somebody get that guy over here? Hey, Mark. You want a contract? Contract with Captain Tibbs?
Tibbs, come on. You can't do this. You can't be serious. This man is part of Team JXT. You can't just sign a man away.
I'll give you just as much money as Dylan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently we have got a contract being offered up to the JXT champion, but as of now, we still have a few weeks until we get to crossing the line, and next week, we are going to hear from Chuck Tibbs after his alleged victory over Robert Hill. In addition, Mark Plays is going to, I guess, sign his JWF contract thanks to this man sitting next to me.
He gave me a thumbs up, Sills. That is that's a contract right there. That is a verbal acknowledgement.
And most importantly, we are finally going to find out who is Team JXT, who is Team JWF. That epic 3-on-3 elimination match, what has both sides got coming to the table? But that's all going to be happening next time on JWF Monday Night Ignition. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember to support us at patreon.com/aloadofbs and pick up merch for your favorite superstars at merch.aloadofpurebs.com.
You gotta help me fill up Captain Tibbs' yearly war fund because this is happening all the time now.
That is right. But until next time, he's been Captain Tibbs, I've been Silver Spoon, and this has been JWF Monday Night Ignition, and we will see you next time.